Science is the most fascinating field of work that is developed by humankind. Science is based on facts and figures and shows the absolute accurate results and not opinions and statements. The development of science over the years has been massive due to technological improvement and acceptance. Thus, it becomes a necessity to be aware of science and its work. There is enough DNA in the average person's body to stretch from the Sun to Pluto and back 17 times. The human genome, the genetic code in each human cell, contains 23 DNA molecules, called chromosomes, each containing from 500,000 to 2.5 million nucleotide pairs. DNA molecules of this size are 1.7 to 8.5 centimeters long when uncoiled, about 5 centimeters on average. There are about 37 trillion cells in the human body, so if you were to uncoil all of the DNA encased in each cell and place the molecules end to end, it would sum to a total length of 2 times 10^14 meters, enough for 17 Pluto round trips. The distance from the Sun to Pluto and then back again is 1.2 times 10^13 meters. The average human body carries 10 times more bacterial cells than human cells. It's funny how we compulsively wash our hands, spray our countertops, or make a grimace when someone sneezes near us, when, in fact, each and every one of us is a walking petri dish. All the bacteria living inside you could fill a half-gallon jug. There are 10 times more bacterial cells in your body than human cells, according to Carolyn Bohach, a microbiologist at the University of Idaho. Don't worry, though, most of these bacteria are helpful. In fact, we couldn't survive without them. For example, bacteria produce chemicals that help us harness energy and nutrients from our food. Germ-free rodents have to consume nearly a third more calories than normal rodents to maintain their body weight, and when the same animals were later given a dose of bacteria, their body fat levels spiked despite the fact that they didn't eat any more than they had before. Gut bacteria is also very important for maintaining immunity. It takes a photon up to 40,000 years to travel from the core of the Sun to its surface, but only 8 minutes to travel the rest of the way to Earth. A photon travels, on average, a particular distance before being briefly absorbed and released by an atom, which scatters it in a new random direction. To travel from the Sun's core to the Sun's surface, 696,000 kilometers, so it can escape into space, a photon needs to make a huge number of drunken jumps. The calculation is a little tricky, but the conclusion is that a photon takes many thousands and many millions of years to drunkenly wander to the surface of the Sun. In a way, some of the light that reaches us today is energy produced millions of years ago. Amazing. There are 8 times as many atoms in a teaspoonful of water as there are teaspoonfuls of water in the Atlantic Ocean. A teaspoon of water, about 5 ml, contains 2x1023 water molecules, but each water molecule is comprised of 3 atoms, 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom. Moreover, if you'd laid down end to end each water molecule from a teaspoon down end to end, you'd end up with a length of 50 billion kilometers, 10 times the width of our solar system. In an entire lifetime, the average person walks the equivalent of 5 times around the world. The average moderately active person takes around 7,500 steps per day. If you maintain that daily average and live until 80 years of age, you'll have walked about 216,262,500 steps in your lifetime. Doing the math, the average person with the average stride living until 80 will walk a distance of around 110,000 miles, which is the equivalent of walking about 5 times around the Earth, right on the equator. Thank you for watching this video. Give us a like and feedback so that more videos could be made for your knowledge enhancement.